All right, it's 3 o'clock. We'll call this meeting to order. Just kidding.
He's putting you on.
Has everybody had a chance to look at the minutes from last meeting? And if there's any questions, bring them up. Otherwise, I'll entertain a motion for approval.
Motion to approve.
Thanks, Jerry. And second, Tim. Thank you. All in favor? Say aye.
Aye.
Bob, no, same side. All right. The financial report, Aaron.
Okay, so in your packets there, I included the Sports and Events Authority, the financials that was year-to-date September 3rd. This is what we utilized last week in the September 11th Sports and Events Authority Committee meeting. Just a couple number updates based on approval of events from that meeting. So the expenses will be adjusted once we get the checks cut. Will be $107,400. So that'll be the current expenses for 2025. And then that would give the current available fund balance for the SEA for 3 remaining meetings. For 2025, it would be $87,250. And then I just want to share at the bottom of that first page, the year-to-date room nights sold comparisons. Compared to 2024, we were up 0.9%, which is 842 room nights. 2023, we're up 3.2%, which is 3,056 room nights. 2022, we're down 1.2%, 1,122 room nights. 2021, up 2.7%. 2020, up 27.8%. And 2019, up 3.1%. That was also, those numbers reflected we had 2 establishments that were still past due in collections. So as far as SEA financials, that's what I wanted to share today. As we go through a few pages there, I have the bid for revenue and expense report as well. And this was actually updated, and you have the updated printout in your packet. And I have it on the screen here. This is as of this morning at 9:18. So the first page, will not skip over, but I just want to move to the second page. That's the revenues. The current year-to-date $2 collection is $230,423. And that accounts for 115,212 room nights. In comparison to last year, year-to-date, we were at $209,797.50 in collections, which was 104,899 room nights. So this year, year-to-date, we are up 10,313 room nights. And then page 3,
This was through August or September, or you said August 3rd, but in reality, was it the month of September or the month of August?
So this includes collections up to, this would include September collections.
It's actually kind of surprising when you think about tourism being down.
No kidding, and no state baseball tournament. So evidently something helped fill the room.
I mean, the soybean plant did a lot. And I mean, I don't know about you guys, but we don't see it much in Romans because we didn't get those guys. But wherever Travel Plaza and some of those operations are seeing it, workers are leaving.
And I would also second that with Michael's doing the Highway 37 project. Those guys are here, and when they're here, they're around, and they did that in Yankton as well with the highway.
We need to lose our Michaels, and I'm as guilty as everyone.
Highway 81 went down in Yankton. I mean, they were in all my establishments, so they're good for business as well.
And from an SCA perspective, a lot of the events we've had this year, they have increased team-wise and participation. So that would be a contributing factor just from the Sports and Events Authority side, from the local organizations, associations, as well as state events that we've hosted as well.
Yeah, we had an extra swim tournament. We had a new soccer tournament
Yes,
in the spring that we didn't have last year.
Yeah.
A couple things like that.
yeah. And we just had another soccer tournament, was it this past weekend or the week?
Saturday, yes. Yeah. It was a giant.
Nice.
52 teams, so that's good to hear. Must have been positive feedback.
Yeah, it was like 650 players, right? I believe.
The local soccer association hosted that?
Yes.
Yeah, and they're all under
Scott
14,
Mullenmeister.
right?
Yeah, but it was
So
U8
they're
to
all-
U14.
Yeah, so they're all bringing their parents and grandma and grandpas.
Okay, thank you everyone for the feedback there. Just touch base on expenses there. That first line of board projects. So that 30,000, that's that Dakota Riptide debt service. That check will be finalized and cut on the October 6th city council meeting. And the unobligated, cash balance for bid 4 currently is $285,600.50. And I guess that's all I have to share as far as financials go. Definitely take questions or more input.
All right, if no questions, can I get a motion for approval?
So move.
A second?
Aye.
Thank you. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. All right. Citizens input, if you need to address the board on the item that was not on the agenda, excluding personal items, please come forward to the podium and state your name and your concern. Presentations are limited to 3 minutes and items will be considered, but no action will be taken. You good? All right. Update and review on Play Easy, Aaron.
Okay, yes, thanks, Jason. I will take it from here for 5 and 6 to at least start. So I guess just a real basic general facts and update regarding Play Easy so far. We have not had any bids that we've won. We have not secured any events from the platform. We had one bid submitted that was for a Move United and Adaptive Sports Conference. That was basically, they recommend or put forth consideration to locations that have adaptive sports associations or clubs or conferences. We did not meet that. We do have an organization through this platform, 5v5 Soccer, that Scott Mullenmeister and I will reconnect with Andrew Vorse this winter and try to establish, a first annual 5v5 soccer tournament in 2026. There have
Would that
been,
be, I'm sorry, would that be indoor or outdoor?
more than likely it would be, I know this year we were trying to secure a date end of July or early August.
Oh, sure.
But with the cornucopia being here in September, Scott just wanted to kind of get through that second year of that tournament and then kind of reevaluate the Mitchell Soccer Association's, taking on a third tournament.
So this past tournament that they're planning on having something similar next September?
Yes, so their plan is to have a early spring / early summer tournament, Palace City Cup, like they did this year. And then we would try to navigate or situate a 5v5 soccer tournament, and then they would have this September tournament as well.
Wow.
And the 5v5, the organization, this would consist of a fundraiser for the soccer association. Basically, they would provide a lot of the, I think the phrase they use is turnkey marketing and things of that nature. Basically, to just have the soccer association, they would get the feeler out, get the local soccer association teams, and then however many teams, there's a certain percentage of that would be their entry fees would be a fundraiser for the soccer association. So we'll reconnect this winter with Scott and then this Andrew Vorse. As far as just a little information update as far as the platform goes, they've added 42 event organizers since our last meeting. So there's 786 event organizers throughout the country that are able to view our destination page as far as what facilities each destination offers, and they're also able to submit RFPs. There's 324 destinations throughout the country, us being one of them. Rapid City utilizes this, as well as Sioux Falls. Currently, there are 154 active RFPs within the marketplace, and these are all available to all destinations. On the back end of our Mitchell Sports and Events Authority event microsite, there's been 207 leads or RFPs that have been matched to Mitchell Sports and Events Authority, whether that's been a facility, a criteria based on something an event organizer likes about a facility they could host here in Mitchell. Not all the criteria is sorted out, so we do receive some. As you'll see, 205 we've passed on. The bigger, I guess, one of the higher percentages of the pie is some of these RFPs require more hotel rooms than Mitchell can provide per night. Some of these also require more facility space, or the seating within that facility, we don't have enough seats. Another reason would be, as I talked a little earlier, there's no local city or state association that pertains to what the RFP or the event organizer is looking to host. Or, I guess the event is not during the shoulder season per se, or it overlaps with annual events that we have going on that local associations put on as well. There is one that I'm still in communication with. This is an organization out of California, Foot Golf. So it's basically a smaller layout of a golf course, bigger holes for the soccer ball. It's soccer golf, basically.
I've seen it on TV.
Really?
It's amazing.
Really?
Yeah.
So they submitted an RFP, potentially having 2 golf courses. We were matched with it. I've been in a little contact trying to receive some more specific information about it. But basically it's a smaller yardage of a golf course, and then they have bigger holes that are not cut on the green, but strategically throughout. Yeah, around a bunker or.
And they literally kick the soccer ball. It's pretty amazing.
Yep. So there is active communication with this. Again, the organization comes out of California. The only foot golf course within South Dakota, sounds like the Country Club of Sioux Falls has integrated 9 holes into their short course or their executive par 3 course.
For soccer.
Yeah, for this foot golf that while the parents are out playing, the kids are able to kick the ball around and play golf using a soccer ball. So I guess that's kind of a brief a brief run through. Again, just wanted to share, the facts with it as far as, again, there's been a couple that have matched with what Mitchell, South Dakota can offer. But we have not secured any. We haven't won any bids. And none of the events have utilized and booked a hotel room through this feature as well.
Been in it, what, a year?
9 months.
9 months?
Yep. They gave us a little leeway. I think December 18th is kind of when the board approved it, and they just kept our microsite open. So yeah, 9.5 months or so.
I assume you're gonna ask for money for the next.
That kind of leads into the number 6, just discussion of it. As budgets finalize, we would need to, if appropriate, approve, if there's a motion, approve a subscription for year 2026 to at least see what, I guess I've commented, in SCA, it's been very educational for me. From an event side, to be able to see the different types of events that are out there. This is like our talks prior to, these are higher profile events. A lot of them are. And some of them they may not seem high profile, but the host city and host site requirements are quite substantial to be able to host. So without having a local association, a local club, we saw that with broomball. No local association, no club to provide some of the equipment, provide some of the fill some of the volunteer slots, and potentially fundraise or get some donors to help cover costs to support an event like this. So again, it's been educational on my side to be able to read through these, see what events offer, and then also the second half of this is each SEA awarded event is given an event microsite. So I guess I just want to highlight the Miller Lite Palace City 8-Ball Open. So each SEA awarded event is given the same layout event microsite. You just plug in, logos, pictures, flyers, obviously different dates, whether you can register individuals, rather register teams. It gives the area an opportunity to describe the event. And there's also a feature that they've utilized, being the first one, is they've reached out to local hotels, received room blocks. So now this is a feature that's included on their event microsite. You're able to list the hotels that they've worked with room blocks, gives them the information about the room block. Here is they need to call to book that to receive the discount. But basically it comes down to, these are very simple, very easy to put together, and it can assist and ultimately give, whether it's spectators, fans, mom and dad, or the actual competitor, it can give them lack of better words, one-stop place for them to find out information about the event they're coming to. And again, whether it's, a pool tournament, a swim meet, a soccer tournament, it has all that information from the association or organization putting it on. There's an option.
So this, Aaron, this is an actual event that's going to happen?
Yes.
Nice.
Yep. So we have 3 individuals that have kind of taken on the pool billiards side here in town.
Yeah, from what I'm understanding, we didn't book it through them, but it's on our site. Correct?
Yes. So these
Didn't
are
come to us through them. It was a local organization that's just doing it. We put it on the website, which is still good.
Yep. So to start with the subscription, we just market or create event microsites based on the organizations that receive Sports and Events Authority funding.
And how many tables are they expecting, or that you're gonna put out? Do you know, Jerry?
I have no idea.
This is the one that last year they had it at
2 years ago.
or
Yeah.
two different bars,
You're
and they had to go from bar to bar, and they were looking for. They looked at the Corn Palace. They didn't think the lighting was quite what they wanted, so then they went to the Highland and going to give it a try out there. Yeah,
Good.
could be a big deal.
Wow, nice.
And
Perfect
just some
time of the year.
Yep, and just some back end information. So again, Jen Raymond, Corey Ditter, Jason Long, they submitted a Sports and Events Authority grant application, maybe June, July. So they received approval for funding. So this is beneficiary to the organization. Now they get this event microsite in front of them. They're able to share the QR code with participants, market their event. Hey, click here, register here. So just in 30 days, they had 127 people, unique visitors, view this microsite. That's accounted for 225 views, engagement time 36 minutes. It does show where those views have come from. And again, the option to register for an event, whether it's an individual or team sport. They've had 30 people. Now it's hard, we don't have the background information to see if they've actually registered for it, but they clicked on this link.
Look for it. Yep.
And then I think the one event we had as far as ticketing information was the Neil McCoy. So again, that feature is also available, a ticketing link you can have on that homepage as well. And that sends the interested party to whether it's an eTix website or the Corn Palace box office website to give them ticket information. So that's, I guess, the second half of a Play Easy platform. Event recruitment, get in front of event organizers from across the country, be available for RFPs that match site-specific or destination-specific for Mitchell, South Dakota, but also each SEA-awarded event receives this microsite that's specific to the event. There's a QR code, flyer, card that each event, just a template one that they can share as well with interested parties. And you're able to put the registration website on here as well, where they can go and register for it, or just their general website. And this would be just the Facebook event page for their event. And they all receive an email from me once they've been approved, awarded SEA funding. It includes this information, just a brief snapshot into potentially assisting them to recruit or share information about the event to new people, get people to register for the event, get people to attend the event, and give them that brief snapshot into what the event is about.
Aaron, maybe there isn't, but is there a total number of people that have visited our events, Mitchell events, that are on there with their sites?
Yep. So our event performance, it's going to take just a minute here. I'm going to go, and this is going to show basically a year. Haven't had this subscription for a year, but it's going to pull all the numbers from December 18th, 2024 to now. So I think we're at 44 SEA awarded events. We've had 885 unique visitors. Those amount of event views, that's the engagement time. Shows locations on where those views come from. 106 registration clicks. I'm trying to think. Soccer tournaments, pool tournament, ticketing clicks. Right off the top of my head again was the Neil McCoy is the only one I can remember as far as ticketing goes. And then we did have a hotel specials click for the billiards or pool tournament. So somebody went into the hotel specials for the pool and they clicked on Comfort Inn and Suites just to see what, I would assume, just to review their event microsite page. And again, each hotel has their own specific event microsite page. All the information, you can edit it, but it starts, all the information is just pulled from Google and put together into this event microsite.
How many years has Rapid Sioux Falls been on? Do you have any idea, or it's been multi-years and not just new?
And that would have to be a question I'd have to reach out to.
Yeah, and that's fine.
Crazy about.
Obviously, they being the 10th of their size, it's our facilities are limited. But as you say, we're not even a year into this, and finding out other types of events that we could potentially even locally maybe put on. Didn't even know, who in the world knew that there was a foot golf.
So, and
we
I've
probably
shared,
never would have, but if it wasn't for this. Now,
correct.
I don't know what everybody else's thought is, but I don't think we can just one and done. I think we should probably go into the second year and try to enhance and learn more and utilize. I think once the Sports and Events Authority gets comfortable with it, they would be utilized more, because then you can package the whole thing together, and they'll get used to, the people that are coming to town will get used to going to that site.
Yep. So the kicker is, again, how soon that organization
They
or
apply.
association
Yeah.
applies for.
It come to
For
us,
their
then we
funding,
can,
yeah.
Yeah. For instance,
Sometimes it's that week.
yeah, that's
Or a month
cornucopia
before,
was
yeah.
that instance. Yep. We had SEA on September 11th. Soccer was here. They were awarded funding. They had their September 13th was. So
Right.
2 days late. Yep. So it doesn't give any time to establish this or educate your clientele with it.
The point is then is next year, as they're organizing, then they know they could utilize it, and then probably would give more information for people to look for it and look at the actual event that's going to be happening.
And I guess I will share as well, there is, Play Easy is continually, they send out emails. They're looking to improve this platform. I'm not asking for, but for an additional 5,000, they're able to integrate this platform they would be able to integrate this into our webpage. And then they would also, they're making a big push for AI as well. So if somebody would come to our destination page, there would be a little chat box on the bottom right corner. Mom and dad, grandma and grandpa could click on that. They could find out the nearest place to eat a steak next to Cadwell Sports Complex. AI would take the information from the Mitchell Sports and Events Authority destination page, attractions, and this is all information that I enter into it. It would accumulate an answer to them and say this would be the location they could eat a steak at. Then it would highlight those restaurants or establishments. And again, so but again, each hotel, each attraction, whether that's food and service or food and drink, service, transportation, shop, has an event microsite, which can be customized to fit that establishment's needs per se. But again, that's an additional feature, an additional 5,000 to get that integration, to get that AI. And that's why I guess I really haven't even thought about coming to the board with that option yet, just because it does take time to educate the associations and organizations just to utilize the basic event microsite to get the information out to their possible clientele for the event.
I'm on the same page with Jeff. I just feel like we should try to do this at least another year to see what else. I mean, and it kind of took a little while to get our feet on the ground and running with it. And so, what did we lose? 3 months, maybe 4 months. So maybe it's really been operating for 6 months out of the 9 months. So I don't know. I just feel too that we should really look at it one more year. I mean, we're getting ideas which we didn't have before.
Well, even if this 5-on-5 soccer would come through for next year, it's probably worth your investment right there. But I think it's impressive that in the short time, I didn't know how much outside people were going to use it, but to see that we've had almost 900 people click into our events, that's pretty good.
And that's with the help of the association. You know, again, they're going to
Sure.
they get the QR code, they get the link, they get the event microsite, but to have them take a step back from all the time it takes to plan the event and, you know, share this with, promote it themselves using this. Yeah, it's just a learning curve.
Yep.
To be able
Although
to
if
do
we,
that.
you know, if we see more use, there's not a reason that at some point, I know these things take time and I'm not advocating it yet, but I mean, it could be a condition of getting your money that you need to register on the microsite just so people have access.
Yeah.
I'm not ready to demand them to do that
Yeah,
yet because
yeah.
we don't have enough data to convince them probably that it's worthwhile. But I think eventually we could say, look, if you're going to get the funding, we want you to go on and register your event on Play Easy so we have people clicking and looking. And I don't think it's that complicated to add an event, is it? I mean, what's it take?
No, it's
15 minutes, 20 minutes,
If that,
whatever,
yeah.
you know?
Well, we did it, I think, for the pickleball. It was
Yeah,
one
we
of the
were-
first
we were
ones
kind
we
of beginning
tried,
to-
and it worked just fine.
Yeah.
But we got early enough
Yeah.
to the Sports Authority where we had 3 months lead time, and
Yeah.
it works.
Well, it's a learning curve. There's
Yeah.
no doubt about it. I mean, I did have one motel owner reach out and say, well, I don't think it's worth it because we didn't get anything, but I don't necessarily agree with that at this point. I think it's too early to make that call. I mean, I understand why they said that, but I think part of it is just not being educated on how many clicks we have and how many access and what the tool we use. To me, I guess my bigger question is, how do you feel about it?
I feel great.
I mean,
it's
I
opened
get
up.
the impression you like it, you think it's worthwhile.
Yeah, it's opened
know,
up
let's
other
give it-
conversations
Yeah,
too. You know, within Play Easy, all of a sudden 2 RFPs came up about 7v7 football. So now it gave me the opportunity to reach out to Sean Davis and just see where he's at.
Yeah.
What opportunities there are for that here in Mitchell. You know, it sounds like he is one of the key figures for that, establishing a 7v7 football association in South Dakota. A lot of their events take place over at Impact Center or the Sanford Impact Sports, but he does host a couple camps here in Mitchell in August. You know, it's opened the soccer door. There are baseball events. I'm starting to see a few more basketball events, but obviously we're pretty full on basketball. Foot golf, up dog disc golf, or not disc golf, but the disc throwing with dogs. So it's again, been very educational, giving me an understanding, kind of the background of what it takes, what events we're looking for and need to establish an event in Mitchell or wherever they're looking for.
I mean, I just wanted to make sure you were supported because let's face it, you're doing a lot of legwork.
Yeah, I think this is,
You know,
All
Yeah.
about, yeah.
so if you're not in, then it kind of makes us kind of waste the $5,000. But if you're engaged, and it sure sounds like you are, by what you've done so far, you know, I just think it's probably too early. I mean, I'm not sure where it'll end up, but it's got some neat little components to it, and $5,000 is not a ton of money when, you know, quite bluntly, the SEA probably isn't going to spend what was budgeted to them this year anyway. So, you know, you got to spend money to make money sometimes, you know.
Well, I'll make a motion to proceed with another for next year of 2026.
Thanks. I'll second that with you, Jeff.
I'm sorry.
I'll second that. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
No, same sign. All right. Well, we'll do it for one more year.
Can I make one comment? So just for the board, just to review, we will have $35,000 listed under board projects. 30,000 was the commitment for the debt service on the indoor pool, 5,000 for Play Easy, and then we have $150,000 for the Sports Authority promotion. Now, if the board still has something, if you have something that comes up next year that you decide you want to fund, we still have the ability to supplement that next year. But this is what the beginning budget will look like for 2026 then.
Thank you.
And then next year will be the last year for Dakota Riptide Debt Service. So that'll be year 3.
Mm-hmm.
And then do we have to do anything? I think when they approved the 150,000 to SEA, they wanted to carry over
Yeah.
the remaining. So that'll just.
Oh, okay. So if you would like me to include whatever balance is left, well, actually, we'll just do that as a supplement next year because then we'll know the ending balance total.
Okay.
We'll start with the 150.
The important part is it will stay with this committee.
It's still with it, yeah.
Yeah, that's the most important. And we'll get the exact dollar amount, and then beginning of next year,
Yep.
Stephanie will bring it to the council to make sure it continues to stay with
Yep.
with this group.
It's in its own little fund, so it's separated from everything else. I just wanted to make sure before we added the $5,000 for the Play Easy that we had board direction to do so.
Well, thank you all for your input, feedback on that. Next meeting date. I guess first question would be Wednesdays, Thursdays. Does this work for you? 3 p.m. Should we adjust the time?
Seems to be working.
Yeah, I would agree. I think it's a good time.
And when do we feel the next meeting should be? Start of the year? Or
Is there anything pressing that we'd have to meet for before the end of the year?
no, not that I'm aware of.
I don't see a reason to meet till after
I
the,
would,
you know,
yeah, I would maybe
quarterly
think
is
like
enough
this,
if we don't have anything going.
yeah, second or third week of January. Get rid of the holidays. That would be my suggestion.
Yep, I can get some dates and that 3 o'clock time frame sent out here. Jerry?
I'm good.
Yep.
I don't know if I'll be in town, but I'll try to make it one way or the other.
You can always call in too, and you've done that before.
Yeah.
We also have the capability now with the new system, we can integrate a Zoom call as well. So if you
Okay.
want to be able to see the screen.
Zoom would work.
You can see our pretty faces. Your basket keeps up.
So we can all be jealous of your tan.
Well, I'm here about half the time, so it's just hit and miss. We'll see.
All right. Anything else? Or we'll adjourn the meeting. All right. Thanks, everyone.